Hello, hello. Hey, welcome to today's messages. Let's check in. Let's tap in. Let's tune in. Beautiful. Yes. Okay, we're gonna do a little something different today. We're going to pick from the Magical Botanical Oracle. We're going to choose a few that are for us. Tapping into the energies of today. This calm before the storm kind of day. Aww, yay! I love this because I was driving home earlier today and there was a truck in front of me and it had a 22 on it. And I was like, are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? And yes, it was. We got a 22. Okay. Rue, the herb of grace. Okay. Should we look it up? Let's look it up. 22 Rue. Okay, Rue. What? What? Rue. Ruta Gravolens. Element fire. Herb of grace. Mars, Sun, and Moon are the planets. Okay, so rue is traditionally known as the herb of grace, as it was used in Christian mass and exorcisms, sprinkled upon the floor. Spiritually, it confers grace or unseen aid in the form of love and mercy, even when we feel we are undeserving. Rue is a curse breaker, dispelling ill wishes from others and ourselves, intentional or otherwise. Rue shields us with this grace and can bring blessings upon us and our household. Rue tells us we need protection and blessings in our life, even if things appear to be going well. Forces are working against us, and we need to bring in more spiritual light and take precautions so no harm will befall us or our loved ones. Look at each of the symbols within the Simaruta. A key, a moon, a dagger, a rooster, and a starflower. The five-petaled flower is actually the white or European vervain blossom, an all-purpose herb of protection, blessings, healing, love, and peace. Vervain is associated with the fairies and honors the goddess Diana in her form of Queen of the Fairies. The key represents the key of the mysteries, opening the gates we believe are locked to us. The moon aligns with the blessings of the moon, and here in the form of the waxing crescent indicates slow and steady growth of good things. I also noticed that the moon right now is the waxing crescent. The moon is aligned with the serpent of regeneration. The dagger is one of protection and truth, sometimes equated as the poison dagger, while the rooster head embodies vigilance and guardianship at all times when others would be asleep and unguarded. Okay. Affirmation: I am blessed and protected from all harm. Okay, so yes, definitely stepping up the spiritual and energetic protection fields around us. And that's just it. This is why it's a constant grounding, a constant cleansing, a constant releasing, because we're picking up, it's floating in the atmosphere, right? Just look at the invisible light spectrum. Like, there's tons of stuff that we can't see that is affecting our field on a regular. So maintenance, I also feel like right now it's that, I don't know if you watched that video that I was talking about, the push down gets harder the closer we are, but this push down actually is helping, because the further we get pushed down, that little slight wobble is just going to shoot us right back if we're a tennis ball. I mean, it was a whole thing in my analogy, but you get what I'm talking about. Oh, that's beautiful. The spider, yes. Love it. We love a rainbow weaving spider in its web. Okay, speeder. Creator of prosperity through life's work and dharma. The spider is an ingenious creator. Its greatest gifts is weaving the thread of dharma into a vast, intricate web. Weaving the thread of dharma into a vast, intricate web that supports the spider and those around it, both financially and spiritually. It is hard work, but the spider neither tires nor becomes impatient. This card reminds us creativity is everywhere. Be process-oriented rather than results-oriented, and soon your work becomes like the weaving of a magical, priceless tapestry. Abundance follows. When in balance, appreciative, enthusiastic, and prosperous. When out of balance, discouraged, tired, and forlorn. To bring into balance playful creativity. Let's say playful creativity. Then I thought we would get one of these wild one cards. Beautiful day today. Okay, choice, yes. Shadow, and impermanence. Okay. Shadow and impermanence. Let's go with shadow, because it's right here. Her name is Shadow. She lives and breathes deep in the passionate well of existence, in the dark heat of the wild moon of your soul. Under the buried well of deep passion and effervescent pain lies some of the truths of her story, shaping the person you are now. Shadow, all of her, is part of you. This card asks you to bring her forward. Living in the trenches, she leads and follows, inspires and breathes yourself, and holds a longing to embellish your story. Inspired, she is fluorescent in the joke that you can be alive without her. Inspired, she is fluorescent in the joke that you can be alive without her. Back and forth, the paradox of light and dark, the ability to hold both and balance them is difficult yet possible. The richness of shadow, the primal scream of courage to exist, flatters her darkness forth, suffering the gifts of growth and the expansion of self. She has so much truth to tell you and lies to dispel. This wild woman embraces shadow and recognizes that we live in a planet of light and dark, daytime and nighttime. It is natural, normal, inevitable, and healing to embrace both. Embrace your darkness, look within, ask for its teachings, embellish the richness of your story. Okay. Effervescent. Fluorescent. In the joke, she is fluorescent. In the joke. I don't get it. I don't get it. Oh, look, there's sun. Okay, moving on. Impermanence. There is no harm in letting go, speaks the wild one. Resistance is pain, she knows, for it follows you into a tightness of being around your heart and your belly, deep down into the pit of your muscles and tendons, ready to snap at a moment's notice. Look into the mandala of life and see the sweet smell of differences and quiet blend of sameness, folding, opening, escaping, flowing until all is absolute in its emptiness, waiting to create new space for doors to open and close. Radical change brings suicide to old thoughts and patterns no longer needed. Know that holding on is a longing, not having it the way you needed it to be. So release this prison and you will find an expansive being, breathing in life with unprecedented joy and freedom. Impermanence is overwhelming in its necessity to happiness. This is important work. Let go, allow what is, and you too will be free. I don't know what's going on with my brain right now, but nothing is making sense. So hopefully it is for you. Okay, choice. The place of naked choice is sacred in its strength and visceral in its vulnerability. The underworld of your emotion thaws the direction, awakening you from the spell that blinded your decisions. There is a stage for you to play, one foot in front of the other. You are born from the adventure in the womb of listening to the soft, warm glow, unknowing in its depth. You see, wild one, resourceful as you are, your consciousness continually needs to open and sometimes even wobble through the forest in a journey in awareness. With this card, you are being asked to continue to birth yourself, to show up more and more. This is a decision, wild woman, a decision only you can make, a choice from the visceral vulnerability of naked and sacred truth. Your theater of the world is in a dizzy holding pattern until you ground and break open the shell from which you were unknowingly frozen. Dig into your depths. Do not be part of your tribe's demise by not allowing yourself to be present. Have the courage to face forward. Choose to exist in every cell of your being. Delve deep in the ocean of your emotion and let it go. Clear the path to true seeing so you can listen and learn, igniting from your very own wild and authentic decisions. This will contribute to karmic consciousness and responsible existence, thus co-creating a thriving, passionate community within and around you. We are constantly asked to make decisions from little to big in our lives. You have a choice, wild one, always. That is why you are being asked. Okay. So, yes, your shadow and impermanence, this balancing and this letting go, all things, this too shall pass. All things will go. All things will go. And your choice is being present, being grateful for the things that you have, and also recognizing that those other things that you don't want are also will go away as well. Okay. And your weaving of your web. Okay. See, when you break out of the system, it's good to break out of your system. I'm not even going to pull out those ones. We'll just pull these ones. And don't forget hope. Protection. Integrate shadow. Recognize all things are fleeting. Is that it? And you have the choice in every moment of your life how you engage in it. Okay, we've got harmony flipping out because we want to be in a state of balance and attunement, right? Harmony versus discordance feels better all around. We've got your third eye knowing. This is developing that relationship with your third eye, the quieting the presence so that you can receive the informations. We've got towers coming in. This is that impermanence, that breakdown of old structures, and old versions of self, breaking out of old shell casings that have been holding us frozen. I just saw Han Solo stuck in the wall. Surrender. Yes, this is also on impermanence. This is let the things that want to fall away. Trusting that anything that crumbles leaves open opportunity for new and better things to replace it. And this is the death of the old so that the new will be born, right? And that's exactly what's happening when you allow the things to fall away, when you're not holding fixed, when you're not crying over shed skins of past versions of self. You keep yourself present in the now, and thus, that word. My autocorrect always turns every time I say this, like type in this, my autocorrect turns it to thus. Okay. Yes, surrender to the process of life and death. This is the other thing, right? We can miss out on our now, our present, our rebirthing of the new version of self when we're stuck in the grief and the denial of releasing the old things. We're then stuck in the past and or worried about the future. But life happens in your now state, right? So surrender to the things and trust that it is all working in your favor, because the wheel is turning in your favor, and you want to be present for it. You want to be aware of it. You want to be there for it, to witness, to recognize. Okay, this is your balancing, your choice to balance, your choice to be whole and complete. This is also, love, 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 love. And we've got the moon. So things yet to be revealed. This is also fears of the unknown, which is part of what you are surrendering, part of the old versions of self that missed out on the now by not releasing it, right? And that's a shadow aspect, this trying to control. It's like trying to hold on to a piece of a river, right? That's not how rivers work. They're in constant flow, constant movement. Okay, somehow that was irrelevant. Okay, we're gonna do item. I redid my love messages. Okay, look at them. I spent 2 days, pretty much many hours, redoing these to perfection. So we're gonna pull out all of them. You are worthy. Yes, first and foremost, you are. Don't forget it. Take bold action in your now moment, right? When you are aware in your now moment, then you are more confidently present and conscious of choices that are available you to make, to take, and actions to take, right? Hug a tree, yes, ground in, ground in, be one with the tree. Okay, take the time to be. This is part of the blessing of the hug of a tree, right? You are in that moment. You are in that time and space and place, and in a sacred exchange and allowing. There's no forcing, there's just a being. And that is how best to be in your now, is to be there, right? Peaceful nervous system. This is how you get that, is by grounding, right? If you are constantly in a state of holding on to the past and chasing the future, your nervous system is stressed because you don't have any control over those two things. So be in your now, be in your presence, be grounded. This is where you discover your peaceful nervous system, because you're not in a fight or flight mode, you're in your now mode. Okay, release the resistance and flow. Okay, this is that surrendering. Surrender to it. Surrender to the river. It knows where it's going. Okay. You're magical. Don't you forget it. Okay. You have power. And when you are using your energy for things that are useless to you, right? Like stress and fear and all these other things, these are the illusions of, I can control that, I can think my way out of that, I can, once you take back your power, once you dam up those rivulets that are just wasting, right, you call back your power, and then you can pour it back into you now. And that's where magic is. That's where your magic is. Okay, trust your intuition. Yes, it knows the way, it knows when, how, and where. It's just a matter of you being receptive to the messages that your intuition is trying to communicate to you. And one of them is, your dreams will come true. Yes, because you are taking an active role in creating the world, the life, the web that you want to exist on. And what was it saying about do things for the process of it and not for the product, right? So this brings me to painting, right? You want to paint something and you don't. It just sits there empty because you can't think of something that you want to paint. You can't picture the finished product, right? You don't know how to start because you don't know what your subject matter is. But when you change the perspective and the goal as, I am going to move paint around on the canvas, right? Then you are motivated through expression, through process, and not through what it's going to look like at the end. That's that surrendering. That's that allowing. That's the being in the moment and allowing it to be whatever it ends up being once you've got out of it everything that you got out of it. Maybe you need to hurl paint at a freaking canvas. And if you're fixed on, it needing to be a galloping gaggle of geese or something, right? Then it's just going to stay blank because, I don't know, do you know how, are you a goose lover? Do you know how to paint geese? I don't know, right? These limit you and your expression. Painting, creativity should be about expressing, running with an idea, running with a process, running with a creative spark, and not holding it fixed. This is a good practice for life, right? your future. Don't hold it fixed into what it has to look like. And if A, B, and C doesn't happen, then it's not going to be a good life, or it's not going to be the one that you wanted, or whatever, right? But don't kick kids. I usually don't interact, but this little punk is kicking out the boards of the fence. And that's not good, little brat. Okay. Anyways, lost my train of thought, but there you go. That's the reading for today. Try something different. Just go with it. See what happens. Allow, trust that what is meant to will get out there, and it will be what it is. It will resonate or it won't, right? And that's it. Let go, surrender, release the control, and just let things be as they are. This is the choice that you have. This is where your power is. This is in your now moments. Okay? Yes. Love and appreciate you. And I hope that there was something good in there for you. And you got to see my authoritative no finger to the kids. Okay. Okay. Love you, appreciate you, and I see you next time. Bye.